Welcome to Seconds Out, Pub Sports Radio. Don't worry about the mother station. We the best out. You got your boy MMALockerRoom right here, coming to you guys on this special Monday right now. Yes, it's March 8th right now, coming to you live on this special Monday. The reason why, got a special guest backstage. We're going to be interviewing. We're going to be talking about his up-and-coming fight. He has an up-and-coming fight taking place on one of the biggest cards, UFC 260. That's going to be taking place on March 27th. So before that, though, man, I want to give you guys a little bit of time to just go ahead and get in the chat and everything and let everybody know that, hey, you guys might want to tune in because we got a killer backstage, made his debut in the UFC. Classic fashion. Couldn't do it no better. Cashed in as the biggest underdog on the card. Made a knockout that had the whole UFC world talking about it. Then what did he do after that? Followed it back up with what? A vicious submission in the third round. Another underdog that he cashed in on. So, without even, with no more further ado, I don't know how much more to say it, but, sometimes you guys got to be worthy. And if you're not, karma will catch you around. And if karma won't catch you, my man Khama Worthy will come and beat you down, man. Welcome to the show. Khama Worthy.
What's up, brother? What's good?
How you doing?
Good, man. Can't complain, man. I'm getting ready to finish up this camp and handle business.
Yes, sir. You're training on Pittsburgh right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yep. I'm out. Still at my gym and stuff. Training my guys out here. So I got a couple of guys getting ready for some fights in Bellator and stuff. So we got a lot of guys pretty active and stuff, still training.
Got it. So tell me, so take me through a day in the life with Khama Worthy. Like, how does your day start? What time? Because you're not just a fighter. You actually own your own gym, and you train with a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure you do way more than what we see. When we see you in the ring. So just take me through a day in the life of Khama Worthy, real quick, just so we can know.
I have a family and I have 4 kids. I got a 2.5-year-old. So I probably get up early because someone's screaming and kids going to school. My girl's going to work. She's working. She works from the home. I got today, I got up this morning. I did strength training at 9 o'clock. I got done with that. I went and I taught a ladies fitness class at 10 o'clock. I went to go get something to eat. I taught a class at 12 o'clock. Then I did a couple of other stuff and did some bag work. And then I taught a class at 5 o'clock. And then I sparred for 2 hours afterwards and stuff. So, that's basically my days in and out. I get like little hours breaks in between and stuff. But I'm usually gone from at least like 9 o'clock in the morning to like 9 o'clock at night. Like I might swing back through to the house sometime between. But my days are pretty much long. And that's usually like Monday through Friday. And then my Saturdays are pretty packed all morning time until like 3 o'clock. And then Sundays, when I'm in fight camp, my Sundays are crazy packed too. I heavy wrestling in the morning, conditioning midday, and then I work with my coach later on tonight. So my schedule is overwhelming, but I wouldn't want to do anything else.
Man, talk about it, man. You get paid to do what you love, man. That's all. That's what everybody wants out there. That one job, that they can work for, and it pays you to do what you're good at. Speaking of a few things that you're good at, you introduced yourself to the UFC in devastating fashion. 2 fights, 2 finishes against 2 good level fighters. Getting to the UFC can change a whole fighter's career and life. How has your life changed since joining the promotion?
It changes financially significantly. It helps my gym out. Before you're going from making like my fight before I got to the UFC, I think I made like 9-9 or 10-10 or something, or like 900. You know what I mean? Like
okay,
like 900.
Okay.
Then my next fight after that, I get a $50,000 bonus. So financially, it's changed a lot. More people want to come to the gym and stuff. But for me, I'm just a regular ass dude. I'm just doing regular ass shit. I'm like, fighting it's not like acting or doing music or something, because you don't really. I'm not changing the people I hang out with. I still hang out with the same people. I still hang out with regular ass people. I guess I have a blue chip on my name because my good friend. I used to train his daughter in my kids class, and his daughter's like she just turned 13. She's like a little teenage girl, and I have a daughter that's her age too. They're all friends, and he was like, my daughter's freaking out because you have a blue chip and you gave her a birthday shout out. And he goes, Kama's been over our house like multiple times before, but to her it's different. But like to me, I'm like, I'm just a regular ass dude. I'm trying to do whatever I can, put my work in, do what I need to do to make money and do my things with my family. And yeah, I mean, like it's cool. I'm still excited to see Steve fighters and shit. I'm still excited to see them and shit, meet people. It sucks because my first fight, I got to meet Shaq and stuff. I got to meet Terrence Crawford. I'm a huge Terrence Crawford fan. Like, I mean, like so many people there, and now the world shuts down, and like it's just like there's no one at the fight. It kind of sucks, but I'll take it for what it is.
Yeah, no, speaking of that, I mean, meeting fighters and everything like that. So who was the first fighter that you came across that, you weren't starstruck or anything, but it was just that shock and awe moment, or even was it when you first met Dana?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say I was starstruck. I mean, I met DC because you have to think about it. I went from being 3 weeks from watching. I had plans on watching this fight. You know what I mean? And then I went from in 5 days, I freaking was on the card. So like I was still starstruck. Like, oh shit, that's Romero. That's this. That's that. So I mean, even now I still like see fighters. Like, yo, what's up, man? Been a fan. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that type of person to be like, oh no, I'm here now. I'm not like, fuck y'all. Like, I'm like, that's cheesy and fake. Like, no, I'll be around people, and if I'm a fan of theirs, I'm a fan of theirs.
Man, speaking of that, man, take me back to August 17th, 2019, Anaheim, California, right in my backyard. I remember it like yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, like it was like I always tell people, it was a really good experience, and it was much needed. Like I think I don't like I said, I didn't take it as a surprise. Like it was I think I worked my way to get there, and like everything is falling in place afterwards. Like it's not easy, but it's not like I got given something. Like in fact, I kept saying to people, I think it was overdue. So I'm definitely happy for where I'm at and stuff. But like yeah, I've worked to get here, and it's just how it works out.
I mean, how was it though? Because when you knocked out Devontae Smith in the arena, I was there live at the event. You went crazy, and the whole arena erupted. And I mean, the money that was on you, I forget the exact amount, but I mean, somebody I was sitting next to, I think, said they had a ticket that had you on at like plus 1,700 or something. Like, and it was just crazy because the fight, it took a little bit slow to start off. You're fighting somebody that you're familiar with and everything like that. That's what the fans were thinking, and then boom, out of nowhere, man, that was a phenomenal debut on there. 50K bonus too, probably, right? Knockout of the night.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, like it was like I said, it was everything I've worked for. That's why I was just so, because like when I got there, like I always knew like what I wanted to do, but then when it happened, I was like, oh, shit's going exactly how I always intended it to be. I'm like, oh, this is. It kind of felt like it wasn't real, and then I had to like really be brought back to earth and stuff. So, but it was fun though. I enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another question I always like to ask people, man. So when you got that first big old paycheck, I mean, do you remember the first thing that you bought or what you did with that money?
I ain't buying nothing. I still got that money.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, motherfuckers go broke. Like, nah, dude, you got people not paying taxes and shit. What I do, I bought like we need a new refrigerator, and I was gonna get that anyway. And I paid off some credit card bills, and that's pretty much it. Like, I didn't really do anything. I was like, yeah, nah, that's not happening. Like, even after my second fight, like all I've done now was I like traded in my car and got a little bit of a newer car, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm gonna buy a house after this next fight, and that's it. Really, like I don't like I said, I'm the real basic. I don't wear jewelry. I don't wear designer clothes. I don't buy. You'll never see me wrapped up in a Gucci robe with some flip flops. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, dude, I wear the UFC flip flops that they give me. Like, I'm not a real big material person. I do like nice cars. Like I got an Alfa Romeo now, and I'll probably get the I have the Galleria now, but I think I'm going to get the Quasarfelio within the next year or so, just to get like a super fast sports car and stuff. Besides that, though, I don't really like anything. Like I don't spend my money. I'll go take we'll probably go travel or some shit like that, but I don't really like stuff.
I hear you on that, man. Well, I'm a little bit on the opposite, man. I tend to like the finer things in life. You know what I mean? But I definitely hear you, though. I definitely feel where you're coming from.
It's like everyone's like I remember I bought a pair of really nice expensive glasses once, and I sat on them, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, yeah, I just sat on $400 glasses. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, no, like I mean, like for me, like I brought my girl some jewelry for the holidays because I kind of understand everyone doesn't see it like I do. Like I think I'm like jewelry. I feel is like the biggest. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, why are we buying jewelry so people can think it looks nice on you? I'm like, I don't know. Like it has no real value to it. Because people are like, oh, well, there's value. I'm like, there's no real value to it. It's like that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm like, okay, so if I get a really nice car, right? Let's say I get let's say I get my new car. It has like 560 horsepower. It's a fast car. It looks really nice. It can get me from point A to point B extremely fast. It's comfortable. It's good in cold weather or not. If you get a big necklace, it's only the value is only brought by other people telling you how it looks, right? It's only for that. It doesn't do anything else but bring gratitude from other people. So I don't know. Like for me, it's just like whatever, dude. Like, I don't know. Like I don't like a lot. My brother's my brother's a total opposite. He's like a watch connoisseur. My brother has like 15, 30 watches, and he's always like trying to buy me a watch. So I'm like, dude, I won't wear it. I'm like, I won't wear your watch. I won't wear jewelry. I just don't. It's just crazy. That's just how I am. Save me some money.
So that kind of makes sense because I got a quote of yours that I'm gonna hit you with right now, and I was gonna say explain it, but you kind of explained it well. First off, I want to say if I'm getting this correct though, congrats on your second UFC contract.
Yes, sir.
All right, congrats on that. But explain this. I like money, but I don't like money.
Right.
Those were the words of you.
So I mean, like in the sense of I want to have money in the sense of I want to be able to do the things that I like to do, but I don't want money to be the objective for everything that I do. Like I want to make money to fight, right? Just so I can do things, but I don't want to die trying to get freaking money. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want money to be my all the thing I wake up for in the morning. I wake up, I'm like, oh, I just want to go get money. I want to be a better person. Like that was a big thing that my mother always put on to me. Like she's like, you're a success when you're 12. Financial gain doesn't mean you're a success. Like, I mean, I enjoy fighting. Obviously, like I got to the UFC, but like if I would have just only thought about money, then I would have never got to that point in the UFC. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have been able to take 13 years to get there. Like McLemore said it best. He said, if I would have been it for the money, I would have been a fucking lawyer. I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, I'm not thinking about the consumption of things. Like I want to have money. So like I said, I like cars. That's my thing. I want a fast car that goes really fast. I like the way they sound. I want to be able to weave in and out of traffic. I mean, that's cool, but like I would never have like 20 of them. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna drive 20 fucking cars, dude. Like,
hammer stuff.
2 cars. One it's a 2-seater, one it's a 4-seater. I can fit my family in. Like, I don't really need to have 13 cars or like gold like shoelaces. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It to me, like I said, I don't judge people if that's their. Like I said, my brother is a total opposite. My older brother, he loves jewelry. I'm like, yo, that's just your thing. But to me, I found value in everything. I mean, like, I like to travel. I usually go out of the country once a year. I like to go to other countries and experience how other people experience life, how their perspective is. Like I've been to Thailand, Spain. My mother has lived in Africa when I was younger, so I've been all over. I've been to Korea, I've been to China. I mean, like, so it's really cool to like go and see all. I prefer that over the consumption because, like, you know, it's scary. is an old person that's getting close to dying, and then they realize it. They start thinking like me, like, damn, dude, like, yeah, like, you know, like, damn, like, it's, and I have a lot of mentors that have a lot of money, and they tell me like, dude, like, you better fucking live, because when you start getting older, like, that's all that you have is your life. Like, money, like, starts to feed away. Like, you can't live forever. So I don't know. That's just, I don't want to get too philosophical and get into it too much like that. But for me, it's like, I rather experience things. Now, of course, you need money to experience life, right? Like,
Yes,
you need money to do that. But like, but in the same sense, you don't really need that much money. Like, you know, like, people don't understand. Like, you don't really need. Like, I used to live off of a quarter of what I have. Like, a matter of fact, like way less than a quarter of whatever percent of what I have now. And I lived good.
And
Like, I
live
was
good.
never
Like, yeah, exactly.
I was happy. I was doing what I loved and shit. You know what I mean? So like, I know I don't need like right now I can go to the store, like, I'll eat out, and I don't have to think about like where's the money coming from and shit like that. I don't need to live like that. You know what I mean? Like, if I go out and get family for the food and stuff, I mean, like, before I would just have to go cook it or do a little something different. So it's not like I need that. I'm like, because it's a problem, like Bob Marley said it best. The problem with money is it's a number, and numbers are infant. So like, they'll just keep going and going and going. So if you're thinking about money, then you'll always want to consume it. It's scary.
Yeah. Hey, you hit it on point. I mean, that's what a lot of people, you know, I don't think they see it like that, you know, but I look at it the same way, you know, like, if I'm living comfortably with my set amount of money, I'm good.
Right.
You know, of course, if I had more money, I can do more things, but like, you don't understand, you know, life ain't promised tomorrow, you know, and you just got to accept what you got and make the best of it, you know, and think about the people back in the day. They didn't have what we have nowadays, and it seemed like they were living lovely and comfortably, you know.
Before social media, before all that, they loved it. They was happy. I mean, like, and that's the thing, like, because people always talk about, oh, how do you get around without that? I'm like, how did they do it 20 years ago?
Yeah.
That shit. Like, you know, like it's so when you think about it, you have to remember, like, you know, like, you can't force it, and you just let things go. I mean, like, of course, just like you said, you want to have nice things. Like, yeah, like I like nice soft sheets. My thing, I started doing, like, yo, 1,000, 15, 2,000 thread count. That's the shit. Like, nice.
Yeah.
That's the shit that I need, so I can get good night's sleep or something. Like, you know, like I spend money on my recovery, on my body. Like, you know what I mean? Like, making sure that I get like proper recovery and stuff like that, because I need my body to make more money. So I try to put that on in. But I mean, like, again, like I said, like, everything else is cool. Like, I don't think I'd ever have like a $1 million private jet. I'm like, nah, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
I might take a flight somewhere, but I don't need a private jet. That's not me.
Yeah, I mean, I remember so I'm a big music connoisseur, and Wu-Tang, RZA said it the best, I think, on a song with Jizza the Genius. He said, F spending 50 on a whip, I'd rather spend that 50 and buy more music equip. Meaning, like, you know, I'm gonna spend that money on more music equipment, you know, to make more money instead of buying it on a fancy whip. And it's just one of those lines that always stuck with me, you know. And
dude, the crazy thing is, most people that have a lot of money don't have time to enjoy it, because you try to keep up with making that fucking money, dude. Lifestyle is a hard thing to keep up with. Rich people have the same. I mean, that's what happened with the big fucking with the real estate crumble years ago, when everything collapsed, because people were living check to check as millionaires. You know what I mean? Like, they're living check to check as millionaires. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you can't go 5 months without making money and it fucks you over, you just like me working at McDonald's, paying my bills month to month. You just got a bigger, classier lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's the same shit.
Yeah. All right, man. So, I mean, we're speaking about numbers and everything like that. So, I mean, let's just get into a few numbers. I mean, 9 KOs, 3 submissions. So, I mean, when it comes to a fight, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the knockout? Do you prefer the submission? Do you prefer like a 3-round war with your opponent?
Total knockout. I mean, submissions are cool, but I feel like a little bitch every time I get a submission. I tell my dick-eating wrestling coaches that all the time. Like, yo, I feel soft as hell when I get submissions. Like, you're an idiot. I'm like, yeah. Well, it's my first fight. I knocked a man out. I just posted on my fan page. like violently knockout. Like my first fight of my amateur career, hit this guy with an uppercut and looked like he got shot in the face. His feet were still sitting up. So I mean, like I enjoy once you've done that properly, you'll want that feeling again. Like I'll take whatever I get, but I'm definitely looking for knockouts.
Yep, got it. So take me into the locker room with you, man. So when you're walking out that locker room, you're coming into the UFC octagon, like, or any other cage. What's going into your mind? Like, are you thinking cool, calm, collective? Are you ready for war? Are you thinking like this is the guy I need to take out to get to the next stage? Like speak to us a little bit, because I always like to see what's in the fighter's mind.
I'm always thinking I really need to get a different job. I swear to God. I'm always thinking, why do I do this for a living? Why am I doing this? As I'm walking out to the cage, and I'm like, dude, why? I'm like, and I tell myself, I'm like, you told me last time we weren't going to do this. And I'm just like telling myself, just shut up and get to the cage. Shut up. Because I know once I make it to the cage, it'll start to sink in. But like, as I'm walking out, I'm like smacking myself and getting myself into my zone, because my rational self is like, you're stupid. Like, what are we doing here? Like, there's better ways to make money, or like, you don't need to make that much. Again, my brain be like, you don't need that much money, dude. Like, we were happy doing regular shit. So like, you have to like check yourself and tell yourself, like, like you pushed it, you've done too much to get here. But like, seriously, like sometimes like I'll be at fights and I'll be like a spectator. And I was at the local boxing matches, and the guys are coming out there and hitting each other. I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with us? Why do we do this for? Like, stupid. Like, that's just, it's like my human side kicks in sometimes. But I mean, once I step into the cage and like it sinks in, it gets weird, it gets different. And then I start to zone in, and then like it just kicks in, and it kicks in. Sometimes it kicks in much harder beforehand, but like usually once I get into the cage, it kicks in. But like seriously, when I'm in the back of the locker room, I'm always like, oh, we're here. I'm like kind of like frustrated that I'm here again. Like, oh,
got it. Okay.
Like, not get it done, but like get into the right place, because I have to like go to a different place. Like, I'm a really different dude than the person that fights. He's completely different than the person that exists.
Got it. Yeah, no, that's cool to know, man, because I didn't expect that one, man, because a few people that I know, he has a certain song that he plays. He plays No Church in the Wild by Jay-Z and Kanye or something, and no matter where he's been fighting at, every promotion, he started off at LFA, made it to UFC, fights in Bellator now, but it's the same thing, to where I used to tell him, hey, change up your song, do this song for Nipsey Hussle because he passed away. He's like, no, I gotta stick to the plan. It's a ritual. So that's why some fighters got a certain ritual and everything that they stick to. But you actually question it a little bit before you go out there. So
yeah,
that's the human thing, though.
I make sure that I really want it. I mean, I don't lie to myself. I make sure that I can draw and pull it out of myself and actually want it. Because if not, you'll get questioned in the fight, and that will come out. Like, the bitch in you will come out. I make sure I get rid of that before I go out there. I mean, it's not like I'm not going to go out to the fight. That's what I always tell myself. Well, you here now, motherfucker? Like me and myself are in my head, and we're doing all this shit. My coaches are talking to me, and I'm hearing the music and all this, and in my head we're sitting there like, well, what the fuck we gonna do? Let's get to work. And I have to let the DeathStar take the wheel.
Got it, man. And I already know. So how'd you get the nickname DeathStar?
My first fight, someone said it looked like the DeathStar blowing something up, and just kind of grew from there, and then DeathStar just stuck.
Got it. Okay, that's stuck ever since. What, like that was on the local scene?
Yeah, that was like my first amateur fight. That was like 12 years ago. And then someone said it, and then like my next fight, someone said, "Oh, it's that DeathStar dude, DeathStar chef, whatever," and it just kept sticking. And the next thing you know, it just went on.
And then this right here, I'm gonna take a few questions out from the chat right now, give them some little love. This one's coming right now from the actual owner of Pub Sports Radio. He asked this questions to everybody who joins it, and we got some pretty interesting answers. So, what's one of your family's either superstition or family tradition? So I'll tell you a few. Sabina Mazo, she they get bags and go out in the freeway and celebrate and run up and down the streets once a year. Impa Kasagni, he still looks for Santa Claus and dresses up and tries to find Santa Claus on Christmas. Let me see. And Miranda Maverick, they always do wrestling competition tournaments whenever her family gets around on any gathering.
I would say my family tradition, I come from a big family. There is, I have 7 siblings. I have 2 brothers and 5 sisters. Like my younger brother fights professional and trains with me as well. So my family is ultra competitive. So when we get together, we play games. We play Scrabble. We play password. We play dominoes. We play cards. We play anything. And when we start playing, we get like aggressive. We get physical in games that require no physical contact. We'll get physical. We get physical playing musical chairs. People have pulled chairs from below people as they go to sit down. So like my family is like we're just like we'll find ways to compete, like and really we're just a very competitive family, and like we'll even like if we're having conversations, we'll like start yelling over people, like to the point that my girl now, like she'll be sitting there and I'm like, yo, you're not gonna get a word in unless you scream. Like no, nothing's gonna get anything in. Like you gotta scream. Like so like that's definitely a thing in my family where we'll play games and stuff and get almost too competitive. To the point that someone might get mad, start cursing, and walk off. That's a guarantee.
Got it. Yep, definitely. That's those fun family gatherings then, man. I would love to see y'all like on Family Feud or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. And then I got a question from my other co-host, MMA Unhinged. He's not able to make it right now. He's out there in London right now. It's a whole different time frame. But he's saying with the 155 division currently, in uncertainty with Khabib not doing anything, Dana letting him hold on to the belt. How do you see the landscape of that division playing out?
It's a shit show to begin with. Like we have 60 people over the limit. There's 60 55ers over what we're supposed to have.
Damn.
I mean, like it's a shit show. There's a shit ton of people just we're recycling fights. This guy beats that guy, that guy to this guy. The top 10 or top 15 guys never switch out. No one ever gets in new. It's a fucking clusterfuck. So I don't really. People always ask me, I'm like, I don't really get into that too much because there's too many people. Like, there's no certainty of anything. Like anyone in the top 40 can beat anyone all the way up to like top 5. And then like there's new people coming into the UFC constantly. I can compete with top 15, no problem. But like on my way there, like I'll have to match up with someone else and I can lose a fight. And then like there's just too. I'm probably in the deepest skill set pool of fight in combat history. I would say it's in combat history. I've never seen so many people, like to the point that like guys could be on like 7-fight win streaks and be like, oh yeah, you're not there. No, you're not there. I'm like, it's a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's rough.
So yeah, no, you hit it on the point, man. Head on. Like that division that you fight in is stacked, and I'm not just talking about UFC. I'm talking about other organizations out there too. So it's not just
everyone
UFC.
can make it.
Yeah,
everyone can make 155. 45ers can go up. If guys are certainly bigger, if they want to kill themselves, they can make it to 55, and then 55 regular real 55ers can fight at 55. You know what I mean? Like it's right between where you're too small and it's right between where you're too big. You can still kill yourself to make it. You know what I mean? Like you can't fuck around at 170 too much. You know what I mean? Like because they're like, you have to be a significant large person to get there. You can't mess. But like 155, those are the size for athletes, usually wrestlers and stuff that really didn't do anything else. They can make money doing this, so they get into fighting. Like that's just how it is.
Yep. That's how it goes sometimes. So another question he asked. So he says, after going 2-0 in the UFC, I mean, your last fight, you suffered your first loss in the UFC promotion, but how have you reacted to the loss since then?
So when I first lost, I mean, like I took it the way it was. Like I had a bad night. He had a great night. He got to me right before I was able to get to him. I made a mistake and just wasn't really registering everything. Now with all the stuff popping up with him and his brother and him sneaking potatoes and having people doing Mission Impossible stuff, climbing up windows to bring stuff in, I'm 100% sure he's fucking cheating. So I'm like, all right, I lost to a juiced up, like, roid head. I'm cool, like, I mean, it happens. Like, God, like, there's champions getting losing belts and stuff because of you. I mean, like, and like, I know people aren't really talking about. I'm like, dude, but he said he was bringing in potatoes. Like, why would you have someone sneaking in potatoes?
So speak on it then. So yeah, if you were Asmatar and you were risking your job and everything like that, what would you have in that bag, Khama? What is worth risking your job that you're gonna be sneaking in?
His fucking gauntlet with all the fucking infinity stones on it. That's
right.
Like, what else would you be? Or some steroids? I mean, it's. I mean, this is the thing. I was given the benefit of the doubt at first, and then I found out that his brother accepted his suspension and he was cheating. He got caught cheating. I'm like, oh, dude, you're cheating. Like, there's no way around it. Your brother gets caught cheating. Like, his brother fights on the same cards I do, so he'll probably be there. I'm like, so like, your brother gets caught cheating. He accepts it. He accepts his penalty for cheating. He had to be out for like a year and a half, whatever. And then you get caught sneaking someone on to the most, like, the UFC supplies us with everything we need. Everything we need, they supply us, and you get caught sneaking someone on before your fight, and they cancel your fight, and they fire you at first, and they bring you back. I'm like, dude, you were cheating. There's no way around it. Like, the excuse you come up with is potatoes.
Yeah.
Like, fucking potatoes? Like, come on, dude. and everyone's like all cool about it. So like, I mean, I like I said, I have business I have to handle in this fight. So I'm gonna deal with I deal with the task at hand. But that's a load of shit.
Yeah. Nah, it was crazy, man, seeing that whole situation unfold and everything. It's just crazy. So I mean, different situations about to unfold. I mean, main event coming up, UFC 260, right around the corner, March 27th. You're taking on Jamie Mullarkey right now, getting back in there. First fight of 2021. So go ahead, talk to us a little bit about how do you see this fight playing out? And another thing I want to know about this, do you actually like study your opponent's weaknesses and try to expose them, or do you just kind of focus on your strengths and just say, I'm all game?
No, I see this fight. It's gonna be a hard fight. He's tough, man. Like, I don't think a lot of people are giving him the credit that he deserves. He has had 2 fights in UFC against really tough opponents. I mean, he couldn't capitalize, but he definitely was in there for both the fights. The second fight, you can even say that he might have even won it. It's a close call, whatever. But I see him coming out dangerous as hell because he's in. Where, like, we were just talking about our division, you can't go 0-3.
No,
like he's about to get kicked out of the UFC because he's going to go 0-3. He's probably going to get cut after this. I expect him to come and fight for his job. He's going to be fighting for his fucking job. So I expect a really tough guy. But like, he's good, man. He's good boxing, like good wrestling and stuff, but he makes a lot of mistakes that I can fill the holes up really fast. And like, he has 4 or 5 things he does in every fight that we're going to capitalize on, that I really capitalize on, and we're going to just take advantage of him and make him feel the pain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So have you ever bet on any of your fights that you fought in?
No.
Got it.
No, I bet on my last one, the one I fucking lost on. I was like, oh, I need to. Everyone's betting on my
Everybody's betting on you.
Everyone's betting, and I'm like, my man was like, yeah, I bet $1,000 when I fought freaking Devontae Smith. He goes, I went out and borrowed $1,000 and put it on you guys. I'm like, damn, man, fuck. I'm like, maybe I need to have some more confidence in myself. You know what I mean? Not that I'm confident. And then I go ahead and bet and I fucking lose. I'm like, I'm not betting on my damn self. That's stupid.
No, you gotta bet on yourself. No, it's crazy. It was like the first 2 fights, you come into the fight underdog, and then last fight, I believe you came into it the favorite, right?
I think so, or a slight underdog, or like even one of the 2.
Yeah, I think you came in the favorite or ended slight as a pick'em. But I mean, like you said, I mean, taking a loss like that's nothing, man. We're talking about a guy juggling in potatoes, doing some Mission Impossible type shit. So
yeah, I mean, and he's 13-0 too. It's not like he's a chump. Like I say, he was good. I'm pretty sure I fought guys and beat guys that were on steroids before, so I don't take anything away from his performance. But like, I saw John Jones the other day was like making fun of DC.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm a huge John Jones fan. But he was like making fun of the fight when he kicked and knocked out DC, man. And DC was like, dude, you're on steroids for that fight. I'm like, yeah, you can't really push a fight and talk about how good you are when the fight isn't even considered a win because you were caught using steroids, dude. Dude, like you can't really. And like,
Yeah.
let me be real clear to fans. The UFC provides us with our own string of third party tested, um, pills
Like
and stuff
USADA.
like
Uh-huh.
protein, amino acids, like Thorne. They give us everything we can ask for. They give it to us for free. Fucking FREE. They give it to us for free. Like they give us the stuff for free. We get all this stuff. I hit them up like 4 weeks ago. They sent me a whole thing. The PI sent me a whole thing, whole sheet of how I'm supposed to take it. So they give us all this stuff for free. So if you are a guy and you test positive for any type of performance enhancing, you are a fucking cheater. And you tell me, oh, it was in my you are cheating. Because there is a company that they give to us stuff for free, so this doesn't happen. You get caught, oh, it was my dick pills, oh, it was doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like you're fucking cheating. Like just do like DeathStar and just be like, nah, I was fucking cheating. People don't want to man up. Like, dude, you was cheating and you got caught. There's no way around it. Like when guys like, oh, I'm like, dude, just like, or read the shit. Like read the stuff you're taking. These are like veterans of the game. I'm like, you guys aren't fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, you guys got your own personal doctors and shit and all kinds of shit. You're not fucking dumb, dude. You're basically like $1 million empire. If you get caught cheating, you were doing that shit on purpose. No way around it.
Hey, for real. No, like you said, you hit it on point. I mean, and plus everybody's athletes and stuff. They know what they're doing and stuff. Yeah, TJ Dillashaw, he definitely hit everybody with that surprise. That's actually one of my favorite fighters, you know. It's one thing though. See, this is the thing though. I'm a loyal guy. I didn't, you know, everybody threw him away in the trash and wrote him off. I still tell people I'm a TJ Dillashaw fan. He's going to be coming back into the sport. What he did was just horrendous, of course, you know, but like I still can't take away what I seen you do in the ring and, you know, everything that I still felt. So, I mean, of course, like, yeah, what he did was just horrendous. But I mean, to me, if I'm loyal to a fighter, to a team, I'm gonna be loyal to it all the way through, you know, and now he manned up to it, you know, and hey, he has his rights, you know, everybody gets a second chance. Hopefully he can rewrite his wrongs. But yeah, it's definitely not a good look though for him at all.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people get popped for shit all the fucking time. Like, you know what I mean? Like TJ he was a champ, and I mean, it kind of it kind of like throws you off. And this is the thing: you don't cheat one time. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You don't get to the UFC and start cheating. That's not how it fucking works. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You don't get there, start beating people, and then say, I want to be faster and stronger. I'm gonna start cheating. That you don't take those risks like that. If you get I mean, that's just the way it is. You've been doing it. You've been figuring out ways to get there. But like Diaz brother said, everybody's fucking cheating. You're all finding ways to cheat. You're all finding ways to do shit. And I tell you, I'm 34. Like right now, like I said, I'm about to go take an ice bath, but my fucking body hurts. You think I wouldn't like to find some way to like recover and feel better and cheat so I can train harder and faster? I'd love to do that. So when people are cheating and stuff and then like trying to play it down, I'm like, dude, fuck you, man. That's a significant advantage that you just got. You can train 4 times faster. I don't care about you being stronger, but you can train for 5 times. You recover 6 times faster. Like everything adds up and stuff. Like it makes you, it adds a mental extra point because you're like, oh, I'm gonna be faster and stronger to have this shit. So when guys take cheating, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, you know what, dude, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you on that 100%, man. Especially in an individual sport like this too, man.
We're in a combat sport. You're taking stuff that makes you hit harder.
You're for real.
And people don't really register it like that. I'm like, we're in a combat sport and you're taking things that are illegal that make you hit me harder. You technically put me at risk.
Hey, for real. Yeah, because like you said, like it's not baseball. Like, see, it's one thing for baseball. Alex Rodriguez shit, he's hitting a baseball out the park. It's not affecting nobody, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're hurting the person that they hit. Like freaking what's his name? What's the heavyweight? The walk-off artist from Australia.
Heavyweight?
Yeah, not I keep saying not Frank Mir, fucking damn, what's his name?
Oh, Crow Cop.
No, the chubby dude. Fucking,
Fedor. Fedor.
no, from Australia. He's a walk-off knockout artist. Fucking
Fucking Fedor. No. Yeah.
Mark
Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt. Yeah, Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt.
Like Mark Hunt, when he like the significance when he was talking about how how they like freaking what's his name, Brock Lesnar fight on steroids. He goes, dude,
Oh,
that's
okay.
bullshit. Like that's, you put my life in danger. This guy's physically stronger and he has advanced. He's an advanced person because of it. And like I'll tell you right now, like I know people that like lift weights to take that shit. They're like, dude, it makes you fucking superhuman. Like you take TRT or like Winchester, it makes you like a fucking monster. But like you said, like for Lance Armstrong, he did it, right? All the cycle, it just makes them win the race, right? But this sport, we're hitting each other. You're gonna hit me harder. You cause more blood force trauma. You can fuck me up more.
Yeah.
You can make me hurt so I can't go back to my family more because you're doing this shit. Like on the real, like I feel like stomping you in the fucking street if I find out you're doing some shit. Like me and my boys will get together, get some crowbars, and break your fucking legs on some Nancy Kerrigan type shit.
Nancy Kerrigan type shit, right?
Yeah, that's not fun.
That's what's up.
That's fucked up. There's no way around it. Everyone downplays it. I'm like, you took money from me and all this shit. And oh well, I'm like, all right, that's cool. Don't let me see you in my car, motherfucker.
Man, yeah, no, you hit on point with that, man. Especially like in boxing too, you got to think about it, because so many deaths happen, you know what I mean, in boxing too with that. So it's the same thing, and people get traumatized and brain damage and everything like that. So yeah, hell yeah, that's.
Think about it. What do you think they would say if someone like wrapped quarters in their hands? People be like, what the fuck, dude? That's taking steroids, dog.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what it is, man. Like that's bullshit. Like you put shit in your hand, you put something in your body's now gonna hit me. And you just enhance your body.
You said it, and then Preston right here hit it on the head too. Antonio Margarito wrapping his gloves against Cotto could have killed him that night. I guess the way that like when they wrap their gloves and it feels like concrete and stuff like that.
That's attempted fucking murder, dude. That's the type of shit we stomp you outside of the ring for. That's a whole different fucking story. Man, that's different. Like that's just how I think.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. See, I'm from Long Beach, California, so that's kind of like the language that we speak out here and stuff. So when I hear it, I'm just like, man, you're kind of hitting on home. Like, yeah, like when you're doing stuff like that, we're gonna take this behind the scenes, in a sense.
That's what you've done. Like I said, it's in the sport, but like it's still like I think like the simple fact that like the suspension for weed or suspension for this it's almost as significant as the suspension for fucking doing steroids. I'm like, dude, it's an enhancement. They're freaking faster and strong. Like that's ridiculous, dude. Like, and it's not. And like people downplay, like, oh, whatever. Do I did steroids? Everyone like no, that's not that's what chased GSP out of MMA. He was like, everyone's on fucking steroids, and he goes, this is not being regulated properly, dude. Man, but like I said, like, it is what it is.
Speaking of GSP, man, you just rolled into my next question perfectly, man. I got this little thing I like to do called Legendary Fights Who Wins. I'm going to start it off with this one. Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris?
Bruce Lee already beat Chuck Norris.
Okay. But was that the real?
They did real stuff before.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's already one then. GSP or Khabib?
GSP.
Godzilla or King Kong?
Godzilla in the house. Fuck King Kong. So King Kong's stupid, dude. He be out there tripping over a broad and shit. he ain't got no fucking common sense. He be out there
holding her in the hand,
dog shit over a broad and shit, fucking smiling and dumb shit. God, you ain't never seen Godzilla do that shit over no woman. He be fucking everything. Godzilla's in the squad, man. That's a family tradition for my family. We watch Godzilla movies. I've been watching since I was younger. I mean, like I've seen almost every Godzilla movie. So yeah, we're definitely on Team Godzilla for this movie.
X-Men or DC?
X-Men. DC's butt.
Man, I'm telling them. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
There you go. There's the legendary ones right there that I got the answers for.
You gotta go with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was the one right there. So man, let's just talk a little bit about this fight coming up on UFC 260. I'm gonna just get your picks on maybe 3 fighters out there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in my parlay calculator on Pup Sports Radio. And then I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it pays out to. So far on the show, we're 1 for 1. We got one fighter that gave us a parlay, and it was a plus 400, and they all hit. So we'll see if Khama could do the same thing. I'm gonna bring them up on the screen, and you can just pick 3 fights on there, and just tell us exactly who do you like on them. And you can definitely pick yourself as one. And then
I'm gonna go. I can't pick myself.
You can. Yes, you can definitely.
Oh well, obviously that dude Khama Worthy is gonna smoke Mullarkey, so that's a no-brainer. I would go with T City. I think T City's. I think Alexander's looking past T City, and I don't think that's a good look. And let me see who else. I think Tyron Woodley's going to get Luke. I think Tyron Woodley's changed. Like I know some guys that know him. Some good friends with Tyron Woodley train out here in Pittsburgh. I was actually training with them on Saturday. I was talking with him and stuff, and I think Tyron Woodley's going to come out and use his wrestling, and he's going to take Luke down. And I think he's going to win the decision.
I could barely.
And I think he's a
right
huge
now.
underdog too. So I think you can make some money off that.
Talking about making some money, Khama Worthy just gave you guys a plus 1,000 parlay.
Right.
So check this out. If you guys put money on Khama Worthy at a minus 155, T City at a plus 152, T Woodley at a plus 207, you put $100 down, you get $1,100, $1,181. 1,000.
Which fight is that?
Those is yours. If you put $100 down. If you put $100 down on all 3 of those parlayed, all 3 of them together, you yourself, Ortega at plus 150 and T Woodley at plus 207, you put $100. That turns to $1,181.
Yo, shit! I'm gonna have to do that. Shit,
like
that's not bad,
man. That's crazy. So let's just take it to a further extent. Like if you don't even want to do that, if you just want to put $50 for the people out there that's just listening to the chat, if you guys just put $50 on that parlay, that pays out $590. So god damn, that's a hell of a parlay right there. So you heard it here first, man. We're gonna go over the names one more time. Khama Worthy, T City, Brian Ortega, and Tyron Woodley. You play all 3 of those, that's a plus 1,000 parlay. 100 gets you $1,100 in your bank. And if you guys want to make that bet, I got a banking website. You guys can go to use mybookie.ag. Use the promo code PUBSPORTS. You're going to get a $100 match bonus as long as you use $100 or more. So imagine that. You use that same parlay and you put $100, they're going to match it. So it's like you're putting $200. So you're technically getting $2,300 on a parlay. Like, yes, man. So use the promo code PUBSPORTS. There you go, man. That's crazy right there, man.
That sounds like a plan. Oh shit, it's already turned up. Get this damn ice bath.
So yeah, no, man. I just wanted to take this time right now to thank you, man, for coming in on this busy time right now, just to knock out this interview with us and talk about your up and coming fight and talk about everything else Khama Worthy related, man.
Hey man, I'm glad I came on, and you had good questions. It was different. Like most people, I'm like, your interviews are in and out in 15 minutes. They asked me the same questions, but your questions was different. So I like that rap. I'm glad I got back to you, and I'm glad we linked up, man, for sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me, man. So right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this minute over to you. I mean, 2020 was a bad year for a lot of people, but we're in 2021 right now. Sometimes people just need a little bit of positive motivation and, everything like that in life. So, I already know you're a real positive dude and everything like that. So go ahead, man. The stage is yours. And then after that, you could take that time, shout out your sponsors and everything like that.
Yo, man, as for 2020, I'm like, everyone's complaining me as a lot of shit. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, you made it. Shit, a lot of people can't say that. So just change your perspective on life. That's what really COVID did to a lot of stuff. Like I own a gym and it messed my gym over. I had to do gym was closed for 3 months and all kind of stuff, but it just made your perspective on things that were important. like people, real shit. People, the people in your life are super important. So it really made me understand and like really review my perspective on life and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like we're here in 2021, so take advantage of the time because nothing's given. But as for that, for my sparks and stuff, Fountain Life and Regeneration Pittsburgh, Cranberry Cryotherapy, Eggs and Nuts here in Pittsburgh, Vital Minds. They gave me a lot of CBD products and stuff like that. Go check them all out. And you can follow me on Instagram at the DeathStar_1. Some little bitch hacked my Twitter and I still don't have it back yet. But you can follow me on Twitter at the same thing. But if you follow me now, there's some little asshole on there. That UFC's working on getting me my damn Twitter back. But you can also follow me on Facebook on my fan page. Stop sending me friend requests on Facebook. I'm at my limit, obviously. But you can follow me on my fan page.
And we ain't friends on Facebook. We don't know you. That's only for the locals.
Dude, if he was like, really, I friend request him like, dude, I got like 4,000 people in friend requests. I'm like, dog, like I'm done. Follow me on Instagram. Anyone can follow me on Instagram. Like I don't really do Facebook stuff all like that anyway.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, man, one time before we get out of here, man, in case the people didn't heard me, I got my man Khama Worthy, and this is what he's saying he's gonna do when it comes to UFC 260. So this is why you need to put your money on him right now. What's gonna go down with Jamie Mullarkey UFC 260, man?
Violence, unnecessary violence. Like every time I come to fight, you look at me on a fight, man. I'm bringing carnage, man. Body parts. All kind of shit, and that's what I'm looking to bring. So it's going to be fighter night again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you heard it here first, man. Locker room spotlight fighter to watch. Khama Worthy. Shout out to everybody out there in the chat. Seconds out, Pub Sports Radio. Don't worry about the mother station. We the best out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Drop a comment. And definitely can't wait to cash in on my man Khama Worthy. Tune in.